The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is UK legend picks Anthony Joshua to stop Daniel Dubois in two. Yes, this is a major prediction. Although this guy is not known for being right in the UK circles. But Tony Bellew or Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. Quote, AJ's technically better than him, more fluid than him, quicker than him, hits harder than him. Everything Dubois is good at, AJ is better at. And he also has a defense. AJ's a freak. AJ's the best athlete the heavyweight division's probably ever had as an athletic specimen. I think AJ versus Dubois is over inside 2 rounds. I think he won't miss him. I don't see any other outcome. And the source is Lucky Block Coin. So, Trill Dollar Bill. What is your reaction to my man Tony Bellew's prediction?
Someone is not blinded by the D. you know, finally, somebody who is not riding the D. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is so focused on what Daniel Dubois did his last. They forgot about AJ. Look, people saying, "Oh, Daniel Dubois, he's gotten good since his loss to Usyk, and he's gotten better." Y'all don't think AJ has gotten better? Y'all don't think AJ learned something? He was in there with him twice. You know what I'm saying? He was in there with him twice. This would be dangerous. Like I said before, AJ is going to get him out of there before 6, and he's not even going to celebrate. He's going to knock him out. It's going to be like the Francis Ngannou fight. He's going to knock him out and walk over to the corner because he's going to feel like this is what he was supposed to do because that boy has no business being in the ring with him. And that's just how I feel. The boy has no. I know that be in the comment. Oh, heavy on the D, talking about his wins. Y'all, how soon y'all forget about AJ? How soon y'all forget about AJ? Oh, he was in there with a UFC fighter. You see what that UFC fighter did to y'all favorite Tyson Fury? Stop playing with the boy.
It don't count it then. It didn't count then.
It didn't count.
Tyson Fury wasn't really in shape.
Yeah.
That wasn't really Tyson Fury.
They don't count yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all talk about like, I Daniel Dubois already look out of place. You know what I'm saying? He already look out of. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying not to get a disclaimer this week, but y'all know what that boy look like, and y'all go and y'all sitting there doing this to this boy, putting him up there where y'all know he can't win. He should be in there fighting somebody else. Put him in there with somebody else. I've been calling for him to fight Joseph Parker or somebody else because he don't belong in there with an AJ. People just trying to get a little money grab just to see him get his lights beat out. You know what I'm saying? The boy ain't got it. I'm trying to tell you, he ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's whatever. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. AJ is gonna do that boy bad, and he's not even gonna celebrate.
I want to give a shout out to Frank Warren, the best promoter in the UK. Because look at Frank is a very, very smart man. So he thought Daniel Dubois was the goods. He put Daniel Dubois in there against Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce ended up stopping Daniel Dubois. So he tried to get Daniel Dubois an easy touch with Lorena. Lorena went in there, dropped Daniel Dubois 3 times. Daniel Dubois was fortunate to survive. A lot of people, accused Frank of giving Lorena the bag to, give into the fight. It doesn't matter. But Daniel Dubois ends up going back, getting some victories to get a shot against Usyk. Now, Daniel Dubois fights Usyk. He loses to Usyk. Everybody's hyped on this body shot or whatever that they're doing. But let's talk about the path that Frank Warren has chosen for Daniel Dubois. He gave Daniel Dubois Gerald Big Baby Miller off for years because of PED suspension. Gerald Miller returned to boxing well over 300 pounds, like 360. Had 2 fights. Look horrible. Look at those 2 fights. Finally, he makes a decent weight, gets in some decent shape. He fights Daniel Dubois. And, you know, in the build-up, everyone knows Gerald Miller can talk. Daniel Dubois finally found his confidence with some pre-written that someone slid him. You know, you saw Frank giving him that rah-rah speech before he went out. Right?
This is it. This is it.
Frank gave him the pep talk. He went out there. He stopped Gerald Big Baby Miller. Really was like fatigue and everything, but he stops Gerald Miller. So he gets more confidence. So now, and I picked him to beat Gerald Miller. I picked him to beat Gerald Miller because I knew Gerald Miller didn't look good in his last few fights, and Gerald Miller wasn't going to be 100% and wasn't going to be at his best. So I picked him to beat Gerald Miller. He beats Gerald Miller. So now they pull him in with Philip Hrgovic. I picked Daniel Dubois to beat Philip Hrgovic because ever since that fight with Jane, Philip Hrgovic hasn't looked good to me, and he's always been in light. Whereas Daniel Dubois was in there with Usyk, was in there with Gerald Miller, who to me was way better than like the dude he fought on the Day of Reckoning, who was horrible and just looked for a spot to fall on the canvas. Like he had the worst fight on Day of Reckoning. So I picked Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois wins. To me, again, that was Frank with some great matchmaking. And now because of that great matchmaking, people see Daniel Dubois as a real threat to AJ. Now, when I talked about carefully selecting fights for a Subriel Matias or someone to build them up so you can get them in a big fight like AJ, right? You guys disrespect and say, oh, you're looking for easy fights. That's the American way. It's not the American way. They actually do it in the UK too. You just don't see it. I just pointed it out to you how they do it. So now that they gave easy touches to Daniel Dubois, Frank's looking for the cash out now. He's been waiting for this. Daniel Dubois versus AJ. Frank about to cash out. Frank knows what's about to happen. And for all of you who think that Daniel Dubois is going to beat Anthony Joshua, let me hold this, G. Take the bicep out of your mouth. Okay? Take the bicep out of your mouth. Daniel Dubois is going to get knocked out. Maybe not in 2, but he's going to get knocked out by Anthony Joshua.
On the Battle of the Bodybuilders. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm the Commissioner, $1 Bill. That's my brother, Caden, LLG for life. And we all the Boxing Bros.